This I wanna nail sports to the bone. Top blogger, top YouTube channel. No matter which sports, yeah, we got it covered. Subscribe and hit the notification bell.
A blessed day to you, all my viewers and subscribers. Welcome back to the channel. All right, my people. So, as we get ourselves ready for the third day of the second test match between West Indies and India, I have some information here that I would like to share. So we see where West Indies batsman Alec Arthur is. He has actually debuted on the ICC ranking charts. Yes, my people, ICC put out some information and we now have the number that he's ranked at. Plus, we see a couple of other West Indies players moving up and down in the rankings. So we're going to share that. And we see the great man Christopher Henry Gale enjoying himself in the Canada League. Yes, my people, the great man. Also going to just talk a little bit about a few things that we need to get right as we go out to bat on the third day against the Indians. All right, so let us just get things up and running with this Arthur Nay's story here. So I'm taking this one from the Daily Express, and the headline says Arthur Nay's debuts on ICC charts. So they say left-handed batter Alec Arthur has entered the ICC test batting rankings at 77th. I don't know how they go about doing all of this, my peeps. I would think that, you probably would have need to play some more cricket before they start that, but apparently not. So it says the 24-year-old recently made his debut, and the ICC, they have put out some information saying that he is ranked at 77. So the article says Arthur Nays is one of several West Indies batsmen in the top 100. They say most of whom slipped in the charts following the disappointing showings in the first test against India at Windsor Park. Now, Captain Craig Brathwaite has remained the highest ranked batsman at 34th, but he actually slipped 2 places after scores of 20 and 7. Vice Captain Jermaine Blackwood, he fell 3 spots and he's down to 46. So those are our 2 highest ranked batsmen. So you can understand why our test cricket is like this. Those are the 2 highest ranked that we have, 34 and 46. They say, meanwhile, all-rounder Jason Holder rose 2 spots to 62nd after scoring 18 and 20 not out in the first test. Wicketkeeper batsman Joshua De Silva, he actually dropped 3 places to 66 following the twin failures there at Windsor Park. Now, in terms of the bowling, we see veteran pacer Kemar Roach. He actually remained unmoved at 18th as the highest ranked West Indies bowler. Jason Holder is also unmoved. He is ranked at 23rd. They say, however, fast bowler Alzari Joseph fell 2 places to 32nd, while the spin pair of Jamel Warrican and Rakim Cornwall, who just returned to action, they are ranked 68th and 69th respectively. So those are the highest ranked players that we have, my viewers and subscribers. So you can imagine why our test cricket is like this. I know some people don't believe in the ranking. As I said, I'm not too sure how they calculate this. But one thing I know for sure is I watch a lot of cricket. And the guys that are ranked high, they are the ones that are usually performing, and the ones that are ranked low or in between, they are the inconsistent ones. So whatever math they use to put this together, it in my opinion shows how the players are performing. I mean, sometimes you see a man play a 1 innings and jump from 9 to 2, and you're wondering how that is. So as I said, I don't know how the numbers work, but the guys that are usually performing, they generally find themselves up there. The ones that are not performing, they generally find themselves down at the bottom there. So That is as much as I understand about this ICC test rankings, because it seems as if things change very often. All right. Going into the third day of this test match here. West Indies batsmen, they will need to put their feet down and make sure that they look to score. You understand? It's always good to try and survive, but at the end of the day, when you're batting to bowlers like this, you always want to make sure that you are trying to turn over the score. And we see that the Indians, they would have put together 400 and odd runs, so you definitely want to make sure that you are scoring. Now we are going to resume with Kurt McKenzie and Captain Craig Brathwaite at the crease. Craig Brathwaite will need to show that he's a senior man. He needs to speak with McKenzie. You understand? He needs to make sure that McKenzie isn't bogged down. He needs to make sure that, if the bowlers are getting into his head halfway through each over, you walk up to him, talk to him, calm him down. Remember, he's making his debut. He looks fluent. Well, he looked fluent yesterday. So Captain Craig Brathwaite needs to make sure that the youngster is well settled. Talking about Brathwaite, he needs to bat with intent. We want him to settle. We want him to bat as long as possible. We want him to score a century, because it's a possibility that we're probably going to have to try and play for a draw. It's maybe too early to say that, but the one thing I know, the longer Craig Brathwaite is out there, the better it is for us. So I am hoping that he will be able to bring up a test match century, and I'm hoping that McKenzie will, get us close or get over the 3-figure score. Not getting ahead of ourselves, but I'm thinking that the easiest way to try and put some pressure back on the Indians is to try and bat out the first hour of play. Try not to lose any wicket while scoring. If we can get a good 60, 70 runs in the first session, then I don't know. I take that. It would be nice. I don't know if that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen, but I am thinking that if we get a good 75 or so runs without losing a wicket, then we could work with that. And we still have the vice captain Jermaine Blackwood, who needs to pull his weight. He's playing as a specialist batsman, so he needs to show that he's a specialist batsman. The same thing can be said for Alec when he comes in as a youngster. We're hoping that he will be able to come and settle down. He will be able to bat with intent and get a score. Jason Holland, Da Silva, and these guys are senior in the team now. So you want to see them going out there and putting some pressure back on the Indians. Ashwin and Jadeja, once these guys are bowling for long, you anticipate them picking up wickets. So you want to make sure that while you're at the crease, you're rotating the strike. Make sure that, you run the first ones fast, turn the ones into twos when possible, and the twos into threes. And make sure that everything is good. I don't see where we should have any problem where running between the wicket is concerned. Craig Brathwaite is usually fit. Kurt McKenzie is relatively young. Alec is a youngster. Blackwood, is usually quick between the wickets. So it's not like we're carrying any passengers in it as it relates to rotating the strike. All we need to do is make sure that we're piercing the gap. You don't just want to stand up and black ball. You understand? You want to make sure that you are stroking the ball in the gaps, and try not to hit against the spin. We don't want to see people hitting against the spin and sweeping the balls that are pitching on middle stump. So, we just hope that these guys will be able to go out there, bat out the first hour of play, get as many as possible, try not to lose any wicket, and then we take it from there. If we end up losing an early wicket, then we have to go back into consolidating mode while we look to score. You understand? So that is basically how it is looking, my viewers and subscribers. Just wanted to talk to you all a little before the game starts. So I'm going to leave it right here for now. Just let me know what you all think in the comment section.